It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Peyton Pritchard.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Madsen is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Terry. And it's Craig in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Knicks, they've got OG Anunoby. Towns is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's MP in at the two-guard spot. We are really in the thick of the regular season now, Greg. You like what you've seen so far?
Absolutely. You can tell that everyone came to play this year. The game just keeps getting more advanced, and the skill level continues to rise.
Pritchard from outside, and it's MP with the rebound. And MP throws it down.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hand.
Nice. Straight power there. Straight. New York calls timeout. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And bottom line,
for the Knicks, OG Anunoby's checked in for Towns. MP comes in for Jones. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. Inside, here's Terry, and the rejection by MP. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Knicks.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
You've also got to love the way they've been crashing the offensive glass. Multiple opportunities, not giving up on possessions. Beautiful.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
On the court for the Bucks, Terry is out there with Peyton Pritchard. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Madsen. And it's Craig in at the 5. Shot by Terry, no good.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
MP, that's for 2. From the arc, 5 to shoot. Sinks the three-pointer. MP's got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Kevin, back to you.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. And the Bucks decide to take their first time out here. The 1-2 punch of Anunoby and Towns are inside for him. Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. And it's MP in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. MP's got 22 points.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
Giannis passes to Madsen. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you know.
Oh!
Wow.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead can continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
For New York, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Antetokounmpo against Bridges. Here's Terry. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists in the game. The Knicks leading by 18. MP outside. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
And they pick up 2.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Terry outside. A 3. It's rebounded by New York.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. 3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Craig with a screen on Bridges. Kicks it out to Terry. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Terry's got 14 points for the game. MP right side. And MP throws it down hard.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks. Timeout called the Bucks. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Mitchell Robinson. MP comes in for Jones. Mikal Bridges checked in for Ingram. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. On the court for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo out there with Madsen. Then it's Terry. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Craig in at the 5 down low. Outside Terry. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. Bridges for 3. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 8th assist in the game. He set the screen. Pass to Pritchard. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's MP, and the dunk by MP.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Brunson outside. Another 3 for New York.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Pritchard passes to Madsen.
29-96.
Terry kicks to Giannis. Down low. And the rejection by Towns.
Love the hustle from Towns right there, boy. Engaged defensively.
Good, he hits again.
And he's into the 40 scoring-wise, a familiar place to be.
We've seen him do this a lot. He's almost into the top 5 on the all-time 40-point game list. Giannis outside. 4 on the shot clock. They swipe it. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And the dunk by MP.
And just willing to take chances defensively pays off in a transition basket.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
Pass to Pritchard. Back to Giannis. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Craig sets the screen for Antetokounmpo. Pass to Craig. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And a new group in for the Knicks. Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Jones comes in. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke.